I am Joia Perry. I'm an OBGYN by training. Full disclosure, I do really not get along with OBGYN. They're kind of aggravating. I didn't realize that until I became one, but so I spend most of my time now working on behalf of Black women who die in childbirth and Black babies who die before their first birthday. So the National Birth Equity Collaborative, we work with communities to work on policies in order to improve those outcomes. But I was delighted to be able to come here to represent an organization that I've been a part of since I finished residency. But it's the irony that I am sitting here as a fellow of the American College of OBGYN, and they're not necessarily my favorite folks. But we have, as was mentioned earlier during the first panel, a committee opinion. And committee opinions for OBGYNs are like they're the how we live and breathe. If we say people shouldn't have C-sections after they've had a previous, if they had a C-section before they have to have another one, that becomes the law of the land, right? That's what we believe. Some experts have sat together and said, this is what we're going to do. And so we have a committee opinion that says you should not test pregnant women when they are pregnant. That decreases their access to care, that it harms the family. And if we're an OB, it's about us, right? That's how we live. So it decreases their access to us. And if we're gonna be the providers of care, and you're creating a barrier between that person and their provider, then we're never gonna be for that. And so the mere fact that we have this committee opinion that's been out since 2011, I would have to admit though, the Committee for Underserved Women actually is the real rousers in the group, right? So they usually do stuff like this, and then they say, come on guys, please approve the fact that we do have to care for poor women and advocate for half of them. Sitting here reminds me of the moment when I became a fellow, and we walked in, there's 75% of residents are women right now, and people of color. And everybody sitting on the dais was old white dudes. And I saw the panic on their faces as we walked in. But it's like, it's okay, it'll be fine. So this is this moment of we get to say, we believe that it is important for us to care more about just the physician and doctor relationship, but also about the community and how this impacts everyone in the community when we make these choices. And so, if you, even the language, and I was trying to read it on my phone, of this committee opinion, and when I take out so even the abstract says, drug enforcement policies that deter women from seeking prenatal care are contrary to the welfare of the mother and the fetus. I'm telling you, for OBGYNs, this is like, wow. Incarceration and the threat of incarceration have proved to be ineffective in reducing the incidence of alcohol or drug abuse. So that we are, this is the body of folks who should be listened to by their, by their administration. This is also an opportunity. At the end of this committee opinion, it says, the use of the legal system to address perinatal alcohol and substance abuse is inappropriate. Obstetricians and gynecologists should be aware of the reporting requirements related to alcohol and drug abuse within their states. In states that mandate reporting, policymakers, legislators, and physicians should work together to retract punitive legislation and identify and implement evidence-based strategies outside the legal system to address the needs of women with addictions. Who knew that ACOG was this progressive? But it's an opportunity for, I live in Louisiana, and although we work nationally with our organization, I'm in a state with a governor who was not too far, who's very punitive. And we, what we do, we don't, and I don't know the law behind it. I can tell you what practically happens in a hospital. If a mother is found to be on drugs, they give her enough time for a family member to come. And if a family member can't make it there before it's time for discharge, the baby goes into foster care. Now, how that is worded in any kind of language, I have no idea. It's practically in a hospital, baby comes out, they do a detox, mom is on drugs, they've made up this term fetal abstinence that they didn't exist when I was training. I just finished training in 2001, it wasn't like it was that long ago. And so we have this culture of, we create, now that this family member, you might not have a family member that can get to the hospital before discharge. Or you might not have a family member who can afford to take care of another child. And so we have an opportunity to stop that system. We have an opportunity to say, this isn't working. And so I appreciate the opportunity to come here and learn from you all some other strategies of how we can come together as OBGYNs and as policymakers to improve the outcomes for pregnant women.